Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ask Johnny D. Thank you for your questions. Here are my answers. This week's question comes from Mary. If my neighbor's tree falls on my house, who is responsible? I would have thought my neighbor, but people are saying my neighbor's not responsible. Legally, who is? Mary, can you believe that I litigate cases involving fallen trees or tree limbs? But I do. I handle personal injury cases and property damage cases involving fallen trees all the time. In fact, just this week, the Daily Freeman reported on extensive property damage in the region caused by windstorms and fallen trees. So can someone be held liable for injuries or damages caused by a fallen tree or tree limb? Absolutely. And not just individuals, but local and state governments can be held accountable as well. Who do you think owns all the trees on the public highway? In fact, they have a duty to inspect the trees. I've handled that case. All right, here's the deal. If someone sustains injury or damage as a result of a fallen tree, that person can pursue a general negligence claim against the property owner. But you're not going to win unless you can show that the property owner had actual or constructive notice of the dangerous or defective tree. Actual notice is easy. Your pissed off neighbor sends an email, hey Bob, better check out that tree, it's not looking so good. If Bob received the email, that's actual notice. Now constructive notice, this one's a little bit trickier because you have to show that the condition was visible and apparent for a sufficient period of time before the tree fell such that the landowner should have known. So we're looking for things like withering or dead leaf, barren branches, discoloration, rot, decay, or disease. If you can show that the tree showed one of those characteristics, then you could prove constructive notice. The property owner denies that he or she knew that the tree wasn't looking so hot. So what do? We call an arborist. Can you believe that an arborist could qualify as an expert witness for a personal injury lawsuit or property damage lawsuit? Absolutely. I've used arborists on several cases. What we do is we call the arborist in to look at the tree, if we still have it. The arborist will inspect the tree, identify the cause of the fall, and if that condition was visible and observant, according to the arborist, for a sufficient period of time before the fall that the property owner should have seen it, we're winners, and you have a case. If you can prove that the property owner knew that the tree was dangerous or defective, then you would qualify for monetary damages for your bodily injuries or property damage. We've handled the case many times. So Mary, I hope I answered your question, but now I have one for you. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound?